All right, so you should have completed and submitted lesson 1, which was choosing your document, in which you would annotate it using Diago. For lesson 2, we're going to generate a historical narrative to explain a particular historical event based on your document. So whatever your document is, whether it's slavery, whether it's something pertaining to education, your historical figure needs to be someone who's related to that. So if you're not sure who it is, look in your document, look to see who it's written about, Google it. Remember, Google is your favorite friend. If you're not sure about something, you can never just say, oh, I give up, just Google it. So for our lesson objective, again, you were going to use a historical narrative to explain a particular event. So one of the most important key aspects about this is accuracy, making sure that we can create proper judgments and the proper perspective of that time frame and of that person. So think about a time when someone may have provided the wrong details of a past event. Now, one example I want you to think about is those people, we see a lot of people on the news discuss how an individual might be put into jail or incarcerated for a crime, and then later the details come out that all the reasons why they went to jail are not even true. So accuracy in making proper judgments and framing the proper perspective of events is so important. So for our task for this lesson, I want you to identify the historical time period of your document. So is it during the Civil War? Is it during the 1920s? Is it during the 1960s? I want you to research that time period. Go on Google, go on YouTube, do whatever, look up everything you possibly can. Now remember my tip. If you're Googling things and the language is too high for you, always put the word kids after your search. So if you were going to do researching the 1970s and all the text, the language was too hard, you would go ahead and type in research 1970s kids, and typically the language will be easier to read. So again, your lesson, you're going to identify your time period, you're going to research the time period, you're going to find an important figure that has to do with your document. You're going to also try and find another historical figure of North Carolina that may be related to. And then you're going to provide all that information about the time period, the historical figures, through VoiceThread. Now, if you're unfamiliar with VoiceThread, as you may have indicated in your technology readiness survey, you would go ahead and watch the VoiceThread tutorial. Please be sure to submit the link to your assignment, your VoiceThread assignment, through your Google Doc. After you're finished, complete the student self-assessment. I will be using that same self-assessment along with Mr. Kennedy to grade your work. If you need any help, please email me.